Let's do a little bit of subtracting. We haven't done subtraction yet, so let's go ahead and subtract fractions. It's basically the same thing. I'm going to use the little trick for these so that this is quicker. Now remember, our trick was, this is what we do. We multiply the denominators. This makes 21, okay? And now I cross multiply 3 times 5, 15. And then minus, and 7 times 2, 14. So this equals 15 minus 14, 1 over 21. And you're done. Okay? Let's do letter B. Same trick. I'm going to multiply the denominators, and I get a 30. And then I cross multiply 6 times 3, 18, minus 25, because 5 times 5 is 25. 18 minus 25, be careful here. This will give you a negative number. Whenever you have a minus, this is what I want you to do. 18 minus 25 over 30. You change the minus to a plus, and you change the sign of the number next to it. So you have 18 plus negative 25. And that equals negative 7 over 30. And you're done. Now I want you to practice subtracting and adding these fractions. Hit pause, do these 3 problems in your notebook, and come back to see the answers. Here are the answers. For letter C, you should have gotten negative 1 over 8. We multiplied the denominators, you get a 32, and when you cross multiply 20 minus 24, that gives you negative 4, and we can reduce this fraction by dividing by 4 in the numerator and the denominator. For letter D, the denominator is multiplying 7 times 8, which is 56. And then we cross multiply 8 times 6 is 48, and 7 times 3 is 21. And 48 minus 21 is 27 over 56. For letter E, denominator will be 9 times 3, 27. We cross multiply 8 times 3 is 24. 9 times 2 is 18. 24 plus 18 is 42 over 27. We can reduce this fraction. They both have a common denominator of 3, so I can divide by 3 in the numerator and divide by 3 in the denominator, and I get 14 over 9. And this is an improper fraction, which I can divide 9 into 14, goes in once, and you get a remainder of 5, which is your numerator, and the divisor 9 is your denominator. And there you have your 3 answers. I hope you got them all correct. Now we're going to work a little bit further down this board, and we're going to subtract and add mixed numbers. This is what I mean. I have a mixed number plus another mixed number. And how do we add these? Well, this is what you need to do. Whenever you have mixed numbers and you're adding them, first convert the mixed number into an improper fraction. Now remember how we did this. We take the denominator, we multiply it times this whole number. So 3 times 1 is 3, and then we add the numerator. So 3 times 1 is 3 plus 2, that's 5. And we write that over the original denominator, 5/3, plus 5 times 3, 15, and 15 plus 4, 19. And we write that over the original denominator. And you end up with 2 fractions that have unlike denominators. So you know what to do with that little trick I showed you. You take the denominators, you multiply them together, you get 15. You cross multiply 5 times 5 and you get 25. There's a plus sign, so let's do plus. And then you cross multiply 3 times 19. and you get 27, carry a 2, you get 57. So when you add 25 and 57, you get 82 over 15. This is an improper fraction. The number in the numerator is way bigger than the number in the denominator. So I can do a division, 82 divided by 15. And 15 goes into 82, let's see, 4 times, 5 times, let's see, 5 times. Let's see if it works. This is 25, carry a 2, and you get 75. 82 minus 75 is, I don't have any more space. I'm going to have to work up here. So 82 minus 75 is 7. I get a remainder of 7. So I can write this as the quotient, which is 5, the remainder, which is 7, over the divisor, which is 15. And this is your answer for this addition problem. Let's do this subtraction problem. Again, the first thing you need to do is change this, convert this into an improper fraction. So 2 times 6 is 12, and 12 plus 1, that's 13 over 2. Always write it over the original denominator. And here you have 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 3, 11. So 11 over 4. And you're subtracting. Let's do that trick. You take the denominators and you multiply them, and then you cross multiply. 13 times 4 is 52. And then you cross multiply 2 times 11. You write that minus sign, which is 22. And that equals 30 over 8. This is an improper fraction again, so I need to divide. 8 fits into 30 3 times. That gives you 24. You subtract, you have a remainder of 6. So that means that this is equal to the quotient, which is 3. The numerator is your remainder, and your denominator is 8, which is the divisor. And I can reduce 6 and 8. I can divide the numerator by 2 and the denominator by 2. So that will give you 3 over 4. And there you have it. Subtracting and adding mixed numbers. Now I want you to practice subtracting and adding mixed numbers. Hit pause, work on them in your notebook, and then come back to see the answers. Here are the answers to the 2 practice problems that I gave you. We changed the mixed number into an improper fraction, and then we did that trick. 6 times 3 is 18. And then we cross multiply and we add. We have an improper fraction. We divided it, and this is what we got, 7 1/2. You get 7 and 9 over 18, but 9/18 I can reduce into 1/2. For this one, the same thing. We changed the mixed number into improper fractions. We multiplied the denominators to get our new denominator, and then we cross multiply. When we have subtraction, this is very important. We always do this multiplication first, the one on the right, because that's the first number that's going to be here. And the second number we multiply is the one on the left, so that we can place it on the left. If we change the order and we multiply this times that first, and then this one times that one second, we will get a negative number. So we will do this wrong. And we know this isn't negative because when we subtract 5 minus 1, we already have an idea that this is going to be close to 4. See, our answer is 3 and a little bit more. So if I change the order, I will get a negative number and it would be wrong. So always multiply the denominator with the number on the left. Okay? and then do the number on the right. Just keep the order in which they are written. So if 49 is first, I'm going to multiply 49 first with 5. If 8 is on the right side, then I'll multiply that one second. Okay? Just keep that in mind. Okay, this is our last video on converting fractions. I mean, not on converting fractions, on adding and subtracting fractions. I hope this helps. You will work a lot of problems in class just so that you can review your fraction skills, and when we see them in equations, you don't freak out. I'll see you next time.